My name's Stephen Bates from Eternal Customs.
Stephen, let's take a look. You've got a beautiful bike here. What were you trying to accomplish during this build?
Basically, I was trying to look for maybe like a vintage, old school racer slash back to our times right now, adding with the old tires and the newer style bike.
What was your inspiration on this then? Was the old style 30s, 40s type bike?
Yes. A lot of my inspiration came from Japan style bikes that were being built now in this day, and a lot of the old school and hot rod, and a lot of the race bikes that were made in the 30s, 40s and stuff. So,
tell me a little about the fabrication on this.
The fabrication was done mainly by me. I'm a small shop. Everything from the gas tank, fender, the frame came from a company called Chassis Design. What we did is we took the frame and rebuilt it all up, and you know, these are my wheels and my front end, my handlebars, so everything you see here is built by me by hand.
Let's turn the front end just a little bit so I can get a better shot of that handlebar if that's possible.
Okay.
Can you turn the front end just a little for me?
Yes, sir.
All right. Okay. Let's talk about the front wheel and the front end on that.
Okay, the front wheel is, well, the biggest thing everybody knows is the tires. The tires were from Model A that they used, you know, back in the old school days and stuff like that. It is a gray tire. The rims on there were clincher rims, and when you got them, they don't have holes in them, so I had got a hub and sent them out to go get punched and had the spokes made for them, and now I have my own style wheels out. The front end right here is my design. If you notice here are the ribs here. These are made for Harleys also. They are slide-ons and they will bolt, so they are made for Harleys. And this whole design is mine. This suspension here comes from the old sand rail cars and stuff that they race, and it's all nitrogen inside. So.
All right, let's talk a little about the engine, since that's about midway through the bike.
Okay. The motor in this bike is a 93 cubic inch S&S motor. If you notice, this is an S&S shorty, and this is my air breather that I came out with and designing right now and working with. This motor is it's pretty much like the classic style, but with a lot of power and speed that they do nowadays in our time right now. So.
What enhancements did you do to the motor?
Pretty much we left the motor pretty stock, except for like the accessories that we added on there. You know, we added the breather in there, the coil cover that came here, the motor mount that we added on there. We pretty much cleaned it up, and we had to redo all the timing when it came from S&S, so all of that, the timing and stuff like that is done from us.
All right, let's move to the back end a little bit on that, Steve. Talk about that, please.
Well, as you can see on this back end, there is no suspension. This is a rigid bike. Pretty much what takes a lot of the suspension off is the tires. The tires are very fat, very thick and stuff like that, so when you hit a bump, you're actually bouncing around. So it's actually like you're riding on shocks, but you're really not. So.
All right, let's go to the paint now. Give me a little dissertation on the paint, please.
Okay. The paint was done by a really good friend of mine, Wando from Wando's Costumes. It's pretty much, we wanted to go with the old school style, you know, flames, pinstriping and everything like that. I love flake. I love flake in all my paint, and pretty much he put a lot of flake in there, and it came out really good, and it adds when we put the brass in there, and it makes everything pop out really good.
What companies were instrumental in this bike?
The companies that helped me out were Lowbrow Customs and Pickard USA. When I needed something built or something machined, I took it to them, and they jumped on it really quick and machined a lot of my stuff for me. And as you can see, the biggest part was the tires and the wheels, and that was due to Buchanan Spokes, me sending out everything I needed to, and they helped me put them together. So Buchanan Spokes was because they're the ones who help me out the most on this.
If somebody'd like to get a hold of you, how would they either get on the web or phone? What would be the best way for them to get a hold of you?
My phone number is 940-231-5090, and if you go to my website, www.eternalcustoms.com, and you can get a hold of me there. My email and everything's there, and my phone number. So if you need something done, just give me a call.